Hi, my name is Father Brent Thayer. I'm a priest in the Diocese of Nashville, and I'm just talking about Medjugorje and how that greatly influenced my vocation to be a priest. I've been there 3 times, and the first 2 times I was there was actually during the Bosnian War. I was young. I was in the 5th grade, so I was like 11, 12. And just knowing going over there during the war, like I wasn't afraid or anything, because I knew our Blessed Mother would protect me and my family and stuff. And so just going over there, I didn't know what to expect because I was really young. I was 11, 12 years old. But really, it would change my life forever. So being over there, what I experienced was just this tremendous feeling of peace, and just being over there. And that's actually where I first started to altar serve, was over at Medjugorje. I would altar serve I still remember the 10 o'clock English Mass in the morning. I still remember there was an army chaplain there who was visiting, and he was the one who taught me how to altar serve, which was awesome. So it was really I wasn't expecting to see anything going over there. I wasn't looking for any miracles to happen, and but basically just seeing, just being there, experience everything. The priests there, Father Yozo, I remember hearing him speak. Father Slavko Barbarik, he was just an amazing priest. Seeing him celebrate Mass, seeing him at benediction, I still have very many impressions just in my mind about him, just the priest that he was, and just everything about going over there just greatly influenced me. We spent time just even with the family that they had a small hotel that they made their house into. Just the stories that they had, and I still remember. So that hotel we stayed at wasn't too far from the visionary Vidka's, from her house, and they were telling me stories at the very beginning on what they experienced, and that really just had a true impression on me. Just seeing the faith of the people, their presence, in the town, also had an impression on me. Walking from the house to St. James Church every morning for Mass, even just something as small as that, just walking through the fields and looking up and seeing Mount Kruševik, and just seeing that cross up there on the mountain. I can still, that impression is still in my mind, walking through the fields and looking at Mount Kruševik. And I can still kind of hear this inner voice inside of me. And I think it was definitely our Blessed Mother. She said, she was basically, I'm pointing you to the cross. I'm pointing you to my son. And I can still hear that inside of me. And so we went, and one of the other things is that really, I constantly am reminded about when I'm talking to people about Medjugorje, is that number one, there was this huge just sense of peace. I didn't want to leave there. I didn't want to leave Medjugorje. So when the time came to leave, I was crying. And for an 11, 12-year-old American kid to not want to leave this war-torn country, there's definitely something going on there. And the fact that, some 11, 12-year-old wanted to pray over there, it's definitely thinking to myself, yeah, there's definitely something going on there. If an 11, 12-year-old boy wants to pray the rosary. So when we came back to the U.S., like I said, everything changed. So as a family, we started praying the rosary every night after dinner. We started praying the rosary. My mom started going to daily Mass, and we started actually going as a family to Eucharistic adoration. Eucharistic adoration was also something that was obviously very much stressed over in Medjugorje. I think that's when I was first really introduced to adoration, was even in Medjugorje. So we started doing that as a family. Because that was one of the things that our Blessed Mother, in the messages that she was talking about, how important the family is. So I think my mom, hearing that, she really took that to heart, and I'm so glad that she did, because she made sure that we would go to Mass like all throughout high school, like as a family, like all the time, like rosary as a family, and that played a huge impression on me. And I have one other sibling. I have a sister, older sister, so just her and I, and she became a Dominican sister here in Nashville with the Dominicans of St. Cecilia. So I even know that that even greatly influenced my sister when she was over there. So that was just a beautiful testimony to like her being over there, and so I think, and then we went back a year after that. We went over again to Medjugorje, same time, same group of people. It's the same guy who helped lead the pilgrimage. And last time I was there was in, 1998, which was definitely very different, because it was the first time I was over there after the war, and there were just so many more pilgrims. I actually wasn't used to it, and so that was awesome. It was soon after I was actually made my confirmation, and I still remember my mom. She had tickets in Rome for a private audience with Saint Pope John Paul II. And I told her, I was just like, what? I was like, I still want to spend some more time here in Medjugorje. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yes. As much as I love Pope John Paul II, and he's another reason why I'm a priest, I just want to spend some more time here. And Our Lady gifted me after that to see Pope John Paul II 2 more times, one at World Youth Day and another at a private audience with my sister back in 2003. Which was a huge gift. Medjugorje definitely plays this huge, important part in my vocation, and just knowing that she truly spoke, to me, like to my heart, pointing really to her son. Because I can, as I said, I can still hear that voice inside of me saying, she's pointing me to the cross. And even though I didn't hear specifically to be a priest, I just knew internally she wants us all to be converted more daily to the cross, and just by doing that, by being open to the Holy Spirit through His grace, I'm always striving for daily conversion, which is that's part of the message of Medjugorje is because daily conversion, it's not just a one-time thing. As our Blessed Mother says, that needs to be a constant thing, drawing closer, to her son. And I always took that to heart, because I always want to, be better every day. I always wanted to be a better boy, a better man, and that led me to saying yes to the priesthood. Yes, I will be a priest of Jesus Christ. And she's led me by the hand ever since. And I'm so grateful that I have had that experience in Medjugorje. And I know if I never went to Medjugorje, I would still listen to those graces inside of me. But Medjugorje just helped me so much more to say that yes.